On the last video of this series, we will look at building a popular type of bond portfolio. Most people invest in bonds through mutual funds or exchange-traded funds. Investing in a bond mutual fund is easy, but has many drawbacks. Bond fund managers will make decisions of what they can buy and sell and when to buy and sell it, but they are limited by the rules of their prospectus. They may have to trade in and out of the market as market conditions and credit ratings change. Sometimes they are forced to sell, and this can decrease your wealth and crystallize all the losses. These losses, in turn, may cause further selling because the rules of the fund may have what are called stop loss orders. And these create more sell orders and they keep selling and it all leads to a sell-off and all the losses become real because sometimes bond funds will have certain rules about cutting out their losses. Many times these sales become uh, happen when investors want their cash back as soon as possible and they become everybody starts selling. And these market conditions in general may force things may force bond fund managers to do things that are not in your best interest. You have no control of the cash flows and on the bond selling. The fund may be forced to sell for other regulatory reasons. An alternative to bond funds is to build your own portfolio. It takes some work and research, but it's not impossible for you as an individual investor to do it by yourself. The first step is to choose a comfortable level of credit risk. This is the hardest part because it involves analyzing your own risk tolerance. We will take a look at risk tolerance in a separate video. Taking an honest look at your own comfort level with uncertainty is a very difficult thing to do. Once that soul searching is done, it is time to look at what investments fit your personality. So you have to sort through the universe of bonds by using the ratings institutions. For example, you have Standards and Poor's, Moody's, and Fitch. Once you have determined your level of risk, the one you're comfortable with, you can and something you can live with. It is time to go through all these catalogs of bonds and find those that are available out there. It is at this point that you will diversify by carefully choosing from different issuers, from different industries, and even from different countries. Now it's now it's time to choose how you will put together all these bonds into a portfolio structure that fits your goals and your time frame. There are many ways you can put a portfolio together, and right now we will look at a very simple but useful structure. This popular structure of income investor for income investors is called a laddered or staggered maturity portfolio. As it sounds, it involves putting equal proportions of your money in different steps or levels. This strategy invests equal proportions of your portfolio in bonds maturing in equal intervals. This may that way you will have bonds maturing at a regular schedule. In how many parts you divide your money into this portfolio is up to you. Usually 10 years, separating into 10 and having them investing uh, in bonds that uh, mature within a year for the next 10 years is a popular way to do it. Let's take a quick look at a simple portfolio with $100,000 of capital, and we'll divide it into 10 different periods of maturity. First, you have $100,000, right? Then, as you can see here, you have 10 different investments with different maturities. They have equal value, and each maturity has a different duration. Remember, we spoke about durations. And also, they have different yields. This is a simple way to get more diversification. Not only will you be diversified with the issuers, but also in time, maturity, and price sensitivity. As we know, it's called duration. So what happens is a year after you have put this portfolio together, you'll have one set of your first year will now be in cash because the bond will mature, and then you will reinvest that uh, cash into a new 10-year bond, and the cycle begins again. Now we have again the portfolio is back where we started a year before. A big advantage of this portfolio is that it gives you flexibility. Having bonds with different maturities and durations gives you a way to deal with unforeseen events. First of all, by having a portion of your portfolio expiring every year and reinvesting that in a new long maturity bond, you will be reducing your reinvestment risk. This periodic reinvestment allows you to keep averaging out your returns as interest rates change. Yearly expirations for orderly liquidation in case of personal emergency are also an advantage. If you had your money in a bond fund, you lose the flexibility of this targeted selling. Selling the nearest maturity and the lowest duration bond first means lower price risk at the time of selling. In an emergency, selling the bond with only a few months to expiration is more stable for your net worth than selling an equal portion of your portfolio at all the durations. It becomes very unstable. Well, this short lessons will give you a sense that investing your own money is not as complicated as many people make it seem. The point of these videos is not to suggest that you take on any specific investment, but only to show you that taking control of your own money is possible. And I hope to be your coach. See you in the next series.